Just the facts. Man or man is a phrase that means to state only the facts without embellishment or exaggeration. It is often attributed to the character Sergeant Joe Friday from the 1950s TV show Dragnet. So, what are the facts about the current turmoil in the Middle East? The 2-minute message preview at the non-denominational New Hope Olympia is, what is the truth about the turmoil in the Middle East? Many of you might not realize that this fight between the Jewish people and the Arabs is not a recent development. This did not start in 1948 with the United Nations granting the land of Palestine, as it was called then, to those of Jewish descent after the Holocaust. The land given to Israel wasn't a large section of land, a skinny little parcel that hugged the Mediterranean Sea and the mountains that run down the middle of that country. In the area, it was about 1/4 to 1/3 of what Israel had been in Bible times. Then, in 1967, an alliance of Arab nations, primarily Egypt, Syria, Jordan, and Lebanon, who were all financially backed by Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and Pakistan, attacked and attempted to wipe out Israel. The Israeli military crushed this alliance of Arab nations, and in the ensuing battle, Israel took a lot of land, creating a border that had not existed since the time of King David. After the 1967 war, in an effort to keep the peace they had earned, Israel ended up giving some of that land back. Most notably, it gave the entire Sinai Peninsula back to Egypt but kept the area around Gaza. It also kept what is known as the West Bank, which is an area on the west side of the Jordan River. The United Nations still considers Gaza and the West Bank of the Jordan River to be disputed territory. The wars have happened in many of our lifetimes, but this conflict actually goes back much further in history. Back beyond 1948, back beyond even the Crusades of the Middle Ages. Back before Jesus was walking this earth. In fact, to discover the origins of this conflict, we have to go all the way back to Genesis and the father of our faith, Abraham, to see where all of this started. God has much to say about the present age in which we live. Actually, the first 8 verses in Psalm 83 are prophetic. Read these verses and come to your own conclusion as to what the aim of Hamas and other Arab nations is. It can be hard to keep track of what is true during a crisis. TV pundits throw facts around till our heads spin, but the truth can be found when we know where to look. In his weekend message, Pastor Del separates fact from fiction to get a clear understanding of this conflict between the Jews and Palestinians.